Exclusive content online at PimpyK.com. The views and opinions expressed are exclusively the views and opinions of PimpyK, not the views and opinions of our sponsors.
Looks like I picked the wrong week to quit amphetamines.
You know what they say? See a broad to get that booty act, leg her down and smack 'em, yak 'em. Cold got to be. You know? Shit.
Now it's your turn.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
Let's do this!
Tonight's podcast exclusively powered by the PimpyK Multiverse Network.
What up, everybody, and welcome to the PimpyCast, episode number 32, I do believe it is, right here at the PimpyK Multiverse Network. Joined in the studio, as always, by my co-host, that guy. I don't even remember his name half the time. He's not important. You won't be hearing from him much in this episode. Coming up a little bit later in segment number 2, we got our featured artist of the week, Mr. Rello from Fatboy Swagg. You know, featured artist Rello and Hog a little bit earlier in this season. As always, in segment number 3, we're going to have our underground music news with Mr. Nekestro. So what's going on with you, baby boy?
Shit.
Right?
Terrible, awful things all the time. No matter
All the
what.
time. All the time.
Took a shit this morning. It was pretty gross.
Nice. That's good, though. At least your body is functioning in the capacity that it was meant to. I guess is the best way to say that, right?
I don't know. I don't think it's supposed to come out the way it did.
you know, it's a funny thing about being an alcoholic. I remember this one time I took a week off of drinking, just once. It was only once. I promise, it was only once. And the one thing that I noticed before anything else was that I was still capable of having solid turds. You know what I'm saying? It totally reminded me that was possible with the human body. Yeah. I drink so much that I don't even notice that shit anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's easy. Trips to the bathroom are quick as fuck nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you gotta wipe too much.
There's no such thing as wiping too much, man. You're just dirty.
It's bothersome.
It's like, damn.
It's annoying.
Say, man, I've wiped 3 times. It's still there. Fuck it, I quit.
Fuck it, yeah.
I quit.
I'll just
Motherfucker
scratch my ass later.
Go walk around with an itchy ass all day and shit. Fucking picking at your ass. What kind of fucking conversation are we into already? Right here at the fucking beginning of this
I don't know,
show?
man. You should have known better than asking something.
Yeah, I should have known better. I fucking should have known better. Shit. Let's go ahead and jump into the contacts. Just so you guys know, the hotlines will be open all show. If you guys want to call in to talk to me and Nekestro, or call in the second and third segment, talk to our featured artist, Mr. Rello, feel free to do that. The number is 850-426-4065. And Alex is going to tell you more about that right now, as soon as I can find it. Where is it? Shit. Where is it? Uh-oh. I only do it once a week.
I was gonna see if I could remember it.
Oh shit, I should have let you give that a go. I'm gonna do that next week.
Alright, you can contact us at facebook.com/PimpyK. You can make up your own Twitter joke at Mr. PimpyK. You could subscribe to this channel because you should. And if you want to email a motherfucker and say something to him, feedback at PimpyK.com. And you should call and text and leave voicemails all the fucking time at 850-426-4065. Not to mention the YouTube chat that has probably not been pulled up yet.
It has not, but we can do that right now. Let's go ahead and jump over to the chat box. Do a little right clicking. Do a little click-a-dack. Got Nikki Hayes. We need to go ahead and make that bigger. That's another thing I need to remember to do. I have no idea who Nikki Hayes is, in all honesty, but when we were doing Disenchanted with Cheris, she would show up from time to time and say some shit. She's saying, "Hey, where you guys at?
We're here. You didn't read the damn thing? Shit."
We did start just a little bit late, so that's not that big of a deal.
But you fucking explained that in the little fucking scroller thing.
Oh yeah, time is relative.
We're fucking allowed to be late because it takes a minute.
I don't know if anybody ever reads that or notices that, but I'm gonna type something new every week for that because I think that's really funny. This week, essentially, what I said is that time is relevant in space, and that it gets even more relevant when it's repeating scrolling text that says we'll be on in just a second, because every time it scrolls by, it's going to be just another second until we're on.
Yeah.
That's pretty relative, right?
Yeah,
Right?
fair
I mean, it's
enough.
not the theory doesn't hold as much water as Einstein's theory of relativity or anything like
Well,
that.
that guy's dead. Who gives a fuck about him?
Exactly. Touche, my man. Too fucking shay. He's dead, so fuck
Fuck
him.
him.
Is that how we're gonna be
What's
about
it gonna
everybody?
do? Prove you wrong? Shit.
You know, I'm gonna try to do this show until I'm old and decrepit. There's gonna come a time where our featured artists are gonna start dropping like flies, and it's gonna happen in threes, because that's how it happens in the entertainment industry. I do believe.
That's scary.
And you're just gonna be like, fuck them. They're dead. They're not featured artists anymore,
all
and
of
they're
them, though.
and we're not
No.
plugging their shit anymore, including their funeral.
I like a few of them. But yeah.
Oh no, listen to me. There's some featured artists we have that I could give two shits of the fuck if they ever came back on the show. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll continue to support them because that's the agreement that I made to them. You know what I'm saying? And by support them, I mean not talk shit about them, because I definitely don't promote their shows anymore or anything like that. They still tag me on every other Facebook post, but that's what those motherfuckers do. You understand what I'm saying? All right, guys. Like I said, coming up a little bit later in this episode, a little bit later in the episode as we get towards episode season segment number 3, we're gonna have underground music news with Mr. Nekestro.
Yup.
If you guys hang tight after this break, we'll come back for segment 2. We'll have our featured artist, Mr. Rello, in the house. So let's go ahead and get to. We got some shows coming up. Mr. D Villain, I didn't even realize this. It's not that I don't pay attention. It's just that I don't pay attention. D Villain's got the Barely Passing tour. That's gonna be kicking off in July, which is dope as fuck. Looks like July 1st or something like that. It's going to be kicking off. And he does have a handlebar stop, which will be a safety meeting, and that's July. Here's the funny thing. I think it's 5th. I could be wrong, but I wrote July in the TH, but I didn't put the number. So it could be 5th,
So it's Julyth?
6th. It could be 1st. It might be 2nd.
25th?
It might be 2nd. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It could be anything. 22nd. No, I don't believe it.
I think it's the 25th.
No, the 20. No, that's something else.
Or the 22nd.
Now, what is happening the 25th of this month is our featured artist, Mr. Rello, and his band, Band of Saints. Give me a chance, motherfucker. Why is it I get a peanut gang off
know what,
camera
dude?
every fucking week? Oh, yeah, so I needed help the first time. I didn't this time. Once we go live, I'm right, homie. I'm right all the time, even when I'm wrong. Anyway, Band of Saints are opening up for Flow Tribe, band out of New Orleans.
Hey, Band of Saints did a show recently at I think it was the Vinyl. Yeah, who was that with?
It was with
Somebody.
Somebody?
Somewhat popular.
Soul Rebels. Okay.
Yeah.
Also,
I heard about that show. My sister went.
everybody's favorite pop punk slash anti or non-hetero.
Propaganda?
I said non-hetero, so obviously I'm talking about Pink for President.
Oh, yeah.
They got a show coming up Saturday, 7 p.m. at the Plug House in
What?
Dothan, and they're opening.
They're going to the Plug House?
Did you know about the Plug House?
Plug Uglies, dude.
What?
That's their clubhouse. The Plug Uglies.
Is that a band?
It's like a... Yeah.
Oh, well,
You never heard of the Plug Uglies?
oh, they're a biker group?
Oh, yeah.
Well, you guys get your fucking
We've
story
had,
straight.
we've
I'm
had,
asking you questions.
We've had members
and-
of we've had members of the Plug Uglies in here before in bands.
Oh yeah, well,
Yeah,
see,
Beeve and some other people.
listen to me. I know. All right, I understand. I'm with
Support your local scene.
another.
Plug Uglies, goddammit.
Fuck me. And another band that's gonna be performing at that is gonna be Black Titan, band out of Mobile.
Oh, I've seen them before. I got one of their CDs.
What do you do fucking every? Why don't you just take the fucking show over there? Obviously, you're more qualified to do this than I am.
Oh, those are scary words that you just said.
All right, guys. Like I said, don't be strangers. Hit us up on the live chat. Also, give us a call, 850-426-4065. You can also send us a text to the same hotline number. And if you guys want to chat live on the air, we'll do that too. When we come back, we're going to have our featured artist of the week, Mr. Rello. You are watching the PimpyCast right here at the PimpyK Multiverse Network. Dick. We'll be right back, guys.
I'm living my life to a steady tempo. I'm living my life to a steady tempo.
This is a Cinema Beats production.
Hopefully you'll notice me dropping hot tracks on top of dope beats. Take them to the lab and mix it up explosively. Sipping on Sakoti, now my mind is far from locally. It's somewhere in the stars, maybe next to Mars. Smoking trees in the car, feeling like a rock star. Drinking at this bar, more intelligent than Urkel. More pizza than the turtle, so fucked up I swear I saw a Squirtle. No more running through hurdles, I'm too young to worry about the problems any further. A precursor to the future, bringing music to this culture. I'm warning you parents, I'm not here to nurture. My lyrics are explicit, I'm a fucking cursor. Your rhymes are out of place like a hearse at a nursery. I kill these beats, cook them up and get the cutlery. Smashing on these haters, get the fans to keep on loving me. So I'ma hit it hard like Rocky did to Mr. T.
I'm living my life to a steady tempo, trying to keep it simple, but I've bending over backwards like I was playing limbo. Fucking these beats like a nympho, staring out my window, puffing indo while the wind blows. Thinking about my music now, where will this go? I don't really know, but I've been so pissed, so I'ma hit it hard, left hook, Kimbo.
You shady motherfuckers need to catch some sun rays. Whipping it down a one way, going the wrong way on a Sunday. Mama just say God bless my child, but I'm acting wild and wowing crowds. I vow to never stand down. Hands down, no hands up. I'm feeling like the man now. Never been gassed out, but I hit this weed till I pass out. That's how I roll when I show up. I stroll up with something rolled up in a cup, pour it up. I'm coming from rock bottom and all I know is go up. Got a vision, got a dream, they tell me to grow up. You'll never blow up, but I show enough, don't give a fuck. I'ma simply test my luck, persevere and keep my head up through all the stormy weather. Getting better with every letter, taking these tracks out back, then consider them old yeller. I hear these haters talking, but they sound like Helen Keller. This game is helter skelter, better take shelter in your cellars.
I'm living my life to a steady tempo, trying to keep it simple, but I've bending over backwards like I was playing limbo. Fucking these beats like a nympho, staring out my window, puffing indo while the wind blows. Thinking about my music now, where will this go? I don't really know, but I've been so pissed, so I'ma hit it hard, left hook, Kimbo. Yeah, I'm feeling the high gravity is grabbing me and asking me to slap this beat and rap it to the melody. Committing felonies with my telekinesis, all these people failing me and bailing me. Now these bitches are trailing me and telling me to slow down, but I never stop developing. My flow is hella mean. Got the fingers of a surgeon, call me Noah Levinstein. Amphetamines got my mind pedaling. I'm heavy metaling and never settling for nothing less. Feel me pumping in your chest, yeah. You like that? Yeah, you know you feel the feeling. My words that get you cheesing like y'all were grilling, stealing your attention, reeling you in, willing and able at every single angle, just to make a killing. Concealing this venom, injecting it in 'em. I'm chilling like a villain that's chilling with Bob Dylan. I'm the realest and illest, ready to pillage this village with every sentence. I'm living my life to a steady tempo, trying to keep it simple, but I've bending over backwards like I was playing limbo. Fucking these beats like a nympho, staring out my window, puffing indo while the wind blows. Thinking about my music now, where will this go? I don't really know, but I've been so pissed, so I'ma hit it hard, left hook, Kimbo.
Do you want your music playing on the PMVN radio? Send a couple of audio tracks along with a short bio or a description of your project to booking@pimpyk.com, and we'll set the underground on fire together.
Game face on, fuck roll star. Can't get more serious than this shit. No second chance, that's just history. Girl, we both took this shot at love, that's just not meant to be. And I'm like, come on, baby, look at what you've done to me. I'm saying, why gotta be like that? So why gotta be like that? Why gotta be like that? No second chance, that's just history. Girl, we both took this shot at love, that's just not meant to be. And I'm like, come on, baby, look at what you've done to me. I'm saying, why gotta be like that? So why gotta be like that? So why gotta be like that? I'm saying, why it gotta be like that? You remember all the bad. Hit forgetting all the rest. Started out all good. Stepped out in the Lex. Champagne limousine flying out on the jet. Pack, whatever you request. Even got your own Visa red diamonds on your neck. On your wrist. I can show you how to flex. Well, it seems like you're sure. So baby, get it off your chest. Saying no to my folks. Showing out at my show. Saying fucking all these hoes. Cause they wanna take me home. Hey, I'll be in it when you go. So if this ain't what you want, then I see you, baby. Roll, cause I won't be losing any rest. Yeah, you was super joking, now I'm feeling disrespect. Stop all the noise, you don't get a second chance. So who's on to the next?
No second chance. It's the way, girl. We both took the side that love that is not meant to be. And I'm like, come on, baby, let's get what you done to me. I say, oh, I gotta be like that. Why I gotta be like that? Why I gotta be like that? No second chance. That is the way, girl. We both took the side that love that is not meant to be. And I'm like, come on, baby, let's get what you done to me. I say, oh, I gotta be like that.
Yo.
Why I gotta be like that?
Check it. So, I picked her up from a party, could hardly resist her. I just had to get her, I'm sorry. My homeboy tried to warn me, but despite all warnings, I guess I had to learn the hard way. So the game I played it till she caught a nigga slipping. Me and this chick killing, so she came with that kick. Why can't you just leave? Well enough alone, get your space, I got my own. Get your man, I got my own. She bust the windows out my car and all. I felt she took it a little bit too far and all. Showing out at my crib, she marks on my whip, popping up to my job. I'm like, bitch, you need to stop. Who gives a fuck about what he said, she said? You wanna fight and pout, girl, that shit is played out. You need to grow up, this ain't a hold up. I ain't stopping you from leaving, girl, you free to go so down.
No second chance, that shit is for real, girl. We both took the side that love that is not meant to be. And I'm like, come on, baby, let's get what you done to me. Why I gotta be like that? Why I gotta be like that? No second chance, that shit is for real, girl. We both took the side that love that is not meant to be. And I'm like, come on, baby, let's get what you done to me. I'm saying, why I gotta be like that? Why I gotta be like that? Why I gotta be like that? Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm saying, why I gotta be like that? Like that, why I gotta be like that? Why I gotta be like that? Why I gotta be like that? Be like that? Why I gotta be like that?
Peeling back the skin and firing up the bone saw, getting into the mind of Pimpy K. Tonight's podcast exclusively on the Pimpy K Multiverse Network.
All right, what everybody? What up, everybody? Welcome back to the PimpyCast as we roll into segment number 2, episode number 32. Got our featured artist of the week, Mr. Rello. What's going on with y'all?
What's up? Not too much. How you doing today?
It's doing all right. It's doing all right. I mean, it's the same as usual. You know what I'm saying? Not much changes around here. You know. I mean, every now and then Alex brings in new weird odors that I've got to deal with, but other than that, man, I mean, things pretty much stay the same.
I showered last night.
That's
Here,
why.
let me come over a little bit. You got. Come on, scoot,
I got
scoot
big
over.
arms, man.
Yeah, scoot over just a little bit. Let
Swole-ass
Nekestro get back into the scene. We need more space is what we need, and we're working on that. You know what I'm saying? If you guys would subscribe a little bit more and click some ads, you don't have to buy shit. Just click the ad every now and then. You know what I'm saying? And maybe afford to do some shit around here. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? We want that 3/4 of a penny every time you guys do that. You know what I'm saying? So like Nekestro says, do it a lot.
Yeah.
Do it a lot. All right, man. So, I've been noticing lately, and this is one of the reasons I wanted to have you back on. You've been busy as fuck, dude.
I've been trying to stay busy.
That's
last
dope,
time
though.
I was on, I was trying to get my internet, my visuals.
Yeah, I seen you got
going on.
you working out a bunch of visuals.
Yeah, we got a couple of videos going on. Got some stuff playing with Quake. Trying to put out a team backpack audition video. Got a lot of things going on.
Hell yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Doing more shows with my band. Like you said earlier, we got a show on the 25th, opening for Flow Tribe out of New Orleans. This is our second go around with them. Last show was amazing.
Awesome.
Those guys are awesome.
I'm gonna have to check those guys out because honestly, I've never heard of them. What type of music are they?
It's kind of like a funk, a New Orleans style jazz.
Okay, so I mean, yeah. I mean, if you think about like traditional funk, like from the '70s, all of it's pretty much jazz influence for the most part.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure, I don't know this for a fact, but I'm pretty sure if you get back to the roots of the word funk, I'm pretty sure it comes from jazz. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of improvisation, stuff like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. They're good though. Like they got brass band with it, a little bit of rock here.
Hell
and there.
yeah, that's what's
Pretty
up.
good mixture of music.
So if you were to compare them to another act, sort of like Parliament, stuff like that, or but except with more of a southern, more of a southern jazz, more of a New Orleans jazz type of vibe to
like
them, and
more
stuff.
more electric, like more electricity in their performances, more upbeat. So it's
Okay.
Hey, let's get your blood
The
pumping.
Parliament's pretty upbeat, so these must be some upbeat.
Yeah, they're upbeat.
I like that.
I don't know if they can match it, but if I had to compare.
And that's the
them
25th, and you said that's going to be a Saturday?
Saturday.
Is that a low dose show? How much? Well, it's the vinyl, so it can't be too cheap to get in.
I think they're $10 tickets.
Jesus, y'all are proud of yourselves,
pre-sales.
ain't you? Proud as a motherfucker. Nah, I paid $10 to go see a metal show last weekend, Rainey's Revenge and Full Darkness. It was a good show, but it's the Handlebar.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like there's really, who's gonna come to the Handlebar? And I'm not saying none of y'all aren't worth $10. I'm just saying that's kind of a high price for a local show in such a small venue. You know what I mean? $8, I can see $8.
Yeah, $7, $8.
Was there a bunch of people there?
It's the typical, this scene's dead, man. It needs a Band-Aid. Someone needs, and it's still bleeding too.
I heard you say that on the last show, and I was watching, and I kind of agree with I like the way that you put it. Like you was like, the artists aren't dead. It's just the scene in general, like the support. And
right. There's a
everything.
lot of weird things going on. And listen, the scene here in general used to be fucking great. We used to have a great bottle club venue. That did a lot of all ages shows, and it was called the Night Owl, and I saw some tremendous shows there, and it's and this transcends genres too. The hip hop scene's pretty fucking dead here right now. All of the rock genres, metal, punk, all that. It's just it's to the point where they're not even allowing the headliners for the most part. The headliners aren't even going on last. Yeah. Because they want them to go on while there's people still there.
Still around.
What the fuck happened to the music scene that it's so bad that people aren't even willing to stick around for the headliners anymore?
Stick around all night.
It's almost like the internet has made people believe that they're bigger than the band.
People don't do any real promotion anymore.
I remember when I was, a late teen in my early 20s and I would go to shows, I was in all about good bands, local, touring, whatever. They could have been national acts. All right, we're getting a phone call right here on the hotline, so let's go ahead and answer that real quick, and we'll jump right back into this. Oops, eventually. Well, I guess that's a no, because now it's not giving me the option to answer it.
Hell no.
I don't know why it's doing that. Oh, there it is. There it is. Can I get it up?
Oh.
All right, caller, you're live on the PimpyCast. Who do we got?
What's good? It's Charcoal. What y'all been up to?
Oh, what's going on, Charcoal? How you doing, brother? Haven't seen you in a while.
Right, I moved out to the AZ. It's about hot as balls out here. It's been 116 last 3 days.
Arizona, huh?
Yeah.
The arid wastelands of America, huh?
No, I mean, Fallout makes it look good.
No, absolutely. It's about the same. It's about the same thing, really. The new Vegas version,
Yeah,
I guess, huh?
Well, I mean, all of them, really.
Yeah, I don't believe in going anywhere where you run for 20 minutes and haven't broke a sweat yet. You know what I'm saying?
There's that no sweat.
90 degrees running from the police, ain't even sweat yet. It must be easier to get away from the police. You know what I'm saying? Or harder, I would say, because you're not as slippery. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just slip out of some shit.
You sweat out here, but it's just, I don't know, it actually works.
See, the difference is you sweat there, and you know
it goes away.
Right, exactly. Here you walk out, you can take a shower, dry up, walk outside to go out, and you're already drenched. Like five seconds after you walk out the door, you're already fucking soaked, man. That's the fucking truth.
Yeah, 3 steps deep, balling wet.
So you living out there now? You gone, or what's the deal with that?
Yeah, I moved out here.
Oh.
I've been out here probably 3 months now.
Oh shit, man! I gotta be honest with you. I didn't miss you.
That's all good. I miss you either.
You know you did. You know you did. You lying motherfucker. All right, so your boyfriend Nekestro's here. So holler at him real quick.
Fuck both of you. Oh, well, that shit.
I mean,
all he did was consolidate the point.
Oh, jeez.
Now he wants me to be part of your sick little deviant circle.
What have I gotten myself
nasty.
into?
That is nasty. All right, Charcoal. Well, hey, man, it was great talking to you. Thanks for calling, man. And don't be a stranger. Call us back anytime, man.
Stay up, homie.
We'll do. Be good, y'all.
All right, bye-bye. All right, thank you, Charcoal, for calling in. Let's get back to the artists. We were actually that's the thing, and Nekestro's constantly saying, "Won't you? They're not gonna call if you don't ever don't ever answer it." Blah blah blah. Well, first of all, they call when they're not supposed to, and when they finally call when they're during the time to take the calls, it's when I'm in the middle of some shit that I really don't want to stop to take the call for. Does that make sense? I mean,
just happy the line's working.
And that might have been a little bit low because it looks like we did have the volume turned down on that, so I might have fucked that up too. Either way, no big deal. So let's get back into this. So what I'm saying is, it's almost like because of the way that the internet is, and just the way that bands promote, and they're heavily promoting. Nobody promotes in the streets anymore. There's nothing that's really real, I guess, for these people to hold on to, because everybody's an artist in the age of the computer, and not everybody's good, but everybody's an artist. Everybody does this, everybody does that, and these cats, they don't stick around. They don't want to stick around to see these bands because they're not bigger than life like they were when I was growing up. Yeah. When I was growing up and I went to a show, like going to see No Effects, or I remember going to see Cypress Hill at the Tabernacle and in the ATL, and they're bigger than life. They're almost like you have to question whether they're even real people or not at one point in your life. Like, people don't do that with musicians anymore because everybody's a musician, everybody's an artist, everybody does this, everybody does that, so they're getting desensitized. So I think, the whole idea of attacking the scene or going in and trying to handle and rebuild the scene as far as booking more shows and helping bands promote, I honestly think that's a lost cause. I think you actually have to get into the root of what it is that's making people desensitized to these acts, and that's that there's just too many acts. You got to start cutting down on acts.
Yeah, I mean, well, we were hosting shows, like, we went the opposite route. We did maybe 10 acts a night, but there weren't long sets.
Right.
There were, hey, you got 2-3 songs. Mm-hmm. And then,
but that keeps people captivated.
Yeah, that keeps people captivated, and that's the route we took. We took a like, let's put more local people on, bring out, but you only get 2 or 3 songs. You don't get a whole 20-25 minute set.
Absolutely.
And that's after about 10-15 minutes of local artists, like, people start losing their concentration anyways. Mm-hmm. So let them do 2-3 songs, switch bands, keeps people captivated throughout the night, and that's the route we took. Because, like you said, the internet, Like it's killing that. Like, cause like back then, like we didn't have internet. We couldn't just get on the internet and go look up Cypress
It used
Hill
to
and
be.
listen
It
to
used to be video killed the radio star. Now it's internet killed everything. I think that's pretty much what it is, right? Like you know, you get to a point in any facet of a career you're in where you realize this shit's just oversaturated. Even in the funny thing is I'm an IT guy, and I don't know if you remember when you were younger, but all the grown-ups were like, get in the computers, that's the next big thing, get in the computers. Mm-hmm. Well, everybody fucking listened.
Everybody listened.
And it became an oversaturated market, and I stayed at the entry level for a long time because there was no room for growth, and now I'm at a point where it's not an oversaturated market right now. There's not a lot of IT guys, and there's not a lot of nurses, there's not a lot of EMTs, there's not a lot of any of this stuff, and it's probably because they're all rappers now.
Everybody's
you understand what I'm saying? Like that's what the problem is, but even in that, it's easier to get training online now, and you can become anything you want, or I wish I had, some of the YouTube videos out there about mixing, mastering, stuff like that. I wish that shit was available when I first started doing this. YouTube didn't exist when I first started making music.
I still watch them.
I absolutely. my point is, I wish, but when I was getting going, that shit didn't exist. YouTube wasn't even out yet. You know what I'm saying? It didn't exist. I didn't have that advantage. And then by the time it did come out, it wasn't over-flooded with knowledge. It was mostly just stupid videos. Now there's a bunch of knowledge out there, and it's easy for anybody to just pay the fuck attention.
Yeah.
And they, you know what I mean?
So it's more one-hit wonders.
Right. Well, here's what happens. Now you've got these guys that actually starting to understand music, how to mix, master, edit, and all that shit. And they think, well, now I'm going to make good music. No, that's not the truth. The truth is, if you were really making good music, no matter what the quality was, people would fucking like it. There's no amount of technology that can make you a better artist. Period.
I agree with that. Did you break it, bro?
Alex, what the fuck is going on over there?
We left him alone. He's like a child.
Did it fall off?
He got quiet.
I hear like springs going all over the place, screws hitting the floor.
Let them alone.
He's gonna end up just having to hold that boom for the rest of the. Oh, Alex. So
I'm good.
So you gonna have some underground news when we roll into this last segment, or what?
Yes.
All right, guys. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and cut out a little bit early, and we're gonna end this segment so I could fix Alex's mic. Just set it on the table.
Just put it down.
I don't know why you keep trying to put it back when it just keeps falling.
That's what she said.
This is the quality of show. This is the quality, you motherfucker. All right, guys. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and let you pick which tracks we're gonna play. I guess what we played first was let me find the Rello stuff. Here it is. So I guess first what we played was Be Like That. So I guess we got Introduction to the Game and Jig. So those are the two that we're going to play then. What do you think about that?
That's cool with me.
Now, I know I'm going to end up getting pinged with a copyright violation on Introduction to the Game, so you're going to have to take care of that. But see, I don't mind it, and I'll still spin your shit because you release it.
I release it.
I've got other artists out there. I got to wait that full 30 days. You understand what I'm saying?
Beautiful song, too.
It is. It is. It's a great song. So we're going to go ahead and jump into that, guys. We'll be right back for segment 3. We'll have underground music news with Nekestro. I think you actually have is it fixed, or is it just hanging there by a string?
It's better than it was.
Okay, good enough.
Is you done or is you finished?
So you guys are listening to Introduction by the Game by Rello and Hog. We got Rello right here, our featured artist of the week. You're watching the PimpyCast right here at the PimpyK Multiverse Network.
Hey, boo-boo, we did begin the basket.
Two G's, nigga, cause I grind for it. 2 G's, nigga, cause I grind for it. Hey, this how we get down, nigga, when it's time for it. We only say that cause we did the time for it.
Cue the crowd in victory. Yeah, it's meant to be. 2 G's on top. Nigga, I won't be stopped. Hate if you won't. I'm still climbing, grinding, cause I got people depending on my time. And hey, they don't know when I'm gonna come back. But I'll be back when the time's right. Yeah, I gotta get this money, gotta keep my rhyme tight. Cause I'm trying to stack this honey, so we lit a limelight. I'm on the grind, losing life, sweating, crying in my sleep. I'm so tired of niggas lying, say they love living street. You can hate, cause you fake, you a slave to the streets. And every time that I rap, I put my heart on the beat. Yeah, we on the cruise cause we made our mind up. Say we gon' get a nigga nice grind up. Yeah, we take some money, nigga, Nowadays I'm getting my shine on. My introduction to the game. At the time, crossings about rain. Things was never the same. So raise it up and go to living it up. My introduction to the game. At the time, crossings about rain. Things was never the same. So raise it up and go to living it up. My introduction to the game. At the time, crossings about rain. Things was never the same. So raise it up and go to living it up. My introduction to the game. As the time crossings about rain, things was never the same. So raise it up and go to living
My
it
introduction
up.
to the game, well, I guess it starts here. Made it further than most would, and I'm only in my 4th year. By year 6, I plan to have 2 platinum records here. Doing live shows for Hog G on David Letterman. I'm here to set the difference between a rookie and a veteran. Go blow for blow, and we can leave it to the better man. Now you will never find a better man. In Rello. Music and politics, Rello for president. I'm fucking the rap game. She's sweating, she's celibate. Niggas know all that's relevant, like the birth of an element. And they saying they haven't seen, but really they hella big. Got my fame from intelligence. That's supposed to get hella rich. You trust me with the greatest, and I provide all the evidence. Them niggas never touch me. I'm as sick as I've ever been. I flow so strong, but deliver with elegance, nigga.
My introduction to the game. At the time crossings about rain, things was never the same. So raise it up and go to living it up. My introduction to the game. At the time crossings about rain, things was never the same. So raise it up and go to living it up. My introduction to the game. At the time crossings about rain, do you see the we swinging? Don't hate this thing changing. 2 G's, nigga, cause I grind for it. Hey, 2 G's, nigga, cause I grind for it. This how we get down, nigga, when it's time for it. We only say that cause we did the...
The PMVN Featured Artist of the Week is sponsored by AJ Custom Graphics. Your imagination is our only limitation. AJ Custom Graphics at yahoo.com.
Hey, what happening? It's LBS. We double fisted in this bitch if you drinking in cups up. Ain't no slowing down tonight, cause tonight we get fucked up. Popping bottles, no liquor spilling. Smoke house rising to the ceiling. Slow rolling is how we kick it. Tonight also we ain't tripping. I'm on 2 sides, so whatever made me feel this way. I'm geeked up on that burp and I can't feel my face. I'm bouncing in the club like it don't scrub my J's. I'm stepped into the dance floor, nigga, get out my way. Why me? Jig, 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 jig. Now watch me. Jig, 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 jig. Now watch me. Jig, 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 jig. Now watch me. 1 jig to the left, jig. 1 jig to the right, jig. 2 shots to the head and we'll be jigging all night. Now watch me. I roll up to the bar like give me 2 shots of whatever. The price don't really matter, babe. Just make it worth the pleasure. This girl was right beside me, took my 2 shots to the head, then dropped it to the floor and started jigging on my legs. 2 shots of whatever makes me feel this way. I'm geeked up on that perp and I can't feel my face. I'm bouncing around the club like please don't scrub my J's. I'm headed to the dance floor like get out my way. And watch me jig, 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 jig. Now watch me jig, 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 jig. Now watch me jig, 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 jig. Now watch me 1 jig to the left, jig. 1 jig to the right, jig. 2 shots to the head and we'll be jigging all night. Now watch me. 2 shots of whatever makes me feel this way. I'm geeked up on that burp and I can't feel my face. I'm bouncing around the club like please don't scrub my J's. I'm headed to the dance floor like get out my way. And watch me jig, 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 jig. Now watch me 1 jig to the left, jig. 1 jig to the right, jig. 2 shots to the head and we'll be jigging all night. Now watch me jig.
People that tune into the PimpyCast obviously have no lives. If you're listening to this, you must be one of them. The PimpyCast, only on the Pimpy K Multiverse Network.
All right, guys, we're back. Rolling into segment number 3. Little disorganization going on. Alex is still outside. I was thinking about replacing you, man. I mean,
you want to hear?
She already shows. Yeah, get no. Here, I'll tell you what. Let's do this. Here, we'll set her up.
Okay.
Keep them occupied, would you, Alex? Can you do that for me? Oh no, here it is. You can do it. You can do it.
Oh, can you hear?
That is set up for that, so I guess we're doing all right, aren't we?
Oh, can you hear?
Damn, bumping into shit.
Now.
All right, guys, welcome back to the PimpyCast as we roll into segment number 3. Got our featured artist Rello, and why don't you introduce yourself, pretty little thing?
You gonna say hi?
Ariana, that's a beautiful name, Ariana.
You gotta stand up so you can see you.
Yeah, stand up. This is typically not the environment for youngins, but we're gonna let it slide. You know what I mean? You look like you're old enough to be here. I'm gonna have to check an ID when we go to break. You know what I mean? But that's all right.
She's like 6 going on 16, so.
So she might just bust out with a cipher at any moment.
Might too.
Is that gonna happen?
I asked her if she was gonna beatbox. She'd be beatboxing in the car.
Oh, let's hear you beatbox. Can you beatbox? Oh, come on. Let's hear the beatbox.
You ain't gonna do it?
What? I'm not good at it, but if I start first, will you do it with me? No?
You want to do it with me? No?
Come on, do it with your old man. Oh, she's getting shy now. See, that's just like my kids. They always want to be on the front lines of everything. When they finally get there, they
get called out.
Yeah, they end up in a fetal position crying on the floor.
That happens to me sometimes.
Yeah,
too.
me too. They obviously get it from me, is what I'm thinking. You know what I mean? All right, guys. You know, we had a caller. Let's go ahead and check the live chat. I feel like things are kind of in disarray right now. What happens is we come in a little bit late. We lose track of time. So we come back in late from a segment, and then I kind of feel like, look, now my artists are just walking out of here. You know what I mean? He came back because he felt sorry for me. Let's go ahead and jump into the live chat and see what's going on over Cha. Check it out, Mr. Elevated Joseph. Joseph, Mr. Joseph Aguayo. Elevated in the house, just checking in. What's up, baby? Checking in late. You need to be on time, motherfucker. I can't be having that. I didn't see this. Nikki Hayes told me not to be a dick. I don't remember being a dick to Miss Nikki Hayes, but we can be if we need to be.
Probably talking to this guy.
Guys, don't forget that the chat lines are open. 850-426-4065. If you guys want to call in, talk to Mr. Rello or talk to Nekestro a little bit later in this segment. We are going to have underground music news.
And done. Pencils down.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I was doing my own thing.
He was doing his thing over here.
With Mr. Nekestro.
My news was a little rap heavy, so I had to throw some other shit in there. That's what I was talking about.
What, last minute? Is that what you were doing just now?
I threw in some last minute news.
All right, well,
when it gets rap heavy, you get a little bit weird. So
let's take a few minutes to get into our artists because we didn't get to do that a lot in the first segment because we did take a call. I'm down with taking calls and I want you guys to call in, but I swear I feel like you guys inconvenience me when you do it
on purpose.
They call right now.
Here's the problem. I want calls. I want to be a show that takes live calls, but I run everything.
Yeah, we need another person in here to do that.
Exactly. I host the show. I run the boards. I do the video. I do everything all at the same time while I'm sitting right here. So when a call comes in, that's just one more fucking thing that I got to deal with. You know what I'm saying? And no, I mean, don't get me wrong. When Christopher Walken or who was it we had a couple weeks ago? We had Matthew McConaughey called in. I mean, when the stars call in, that's really cool. You know what I'm saying? And we're just star-lating around here, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, sure. I don't know if you realize this, but Christopher Walken is a huge fan of the show. And I didn't realize that he was roommates with Matthew McConaughey. They both play bongos naked, or just they're bongo naked is what I'm hearing. But either way, so we've had them on the show multiple times. Really good guys. I mean, out of their mind crazy, so they fit right in here at the PimpyCast. Does that make sense?
Well, all
Pacino was over there a little bit too.
Well, all right.
So I think we probably got into this a time or two before, specifically when you were on with Hog, which we miss. You know what I mean? You just broke it again.
No,
Won't
I
you just
didn't. No,
won't
I
you just stop fucking touching it?
I have to.
For a fucking second. Jesus Christ. My
That's
stress
what,
level.
that's what my counselor in school told me too.
God.
Just stop touching it just for a second. You're making me very uncomfortable.
What was gonna be taking the star away from you, in
Well,
just a
saved it.
split second, you got a star.
Saved it. Bam.
You saved yourself.
Killed
Now,
it.
Stop touching the mic. How about that? I
All
gotta
right.
be more specific now, because I can just see the next 15 minutes of just "that's what she said"
That's
jokes.
what
I
she
can feel it already.
Coming on.
Coming on. See, and now he's in on it, and I'm fucking sick of it. I already feel like taking your fucking star away, and I'm thinking about doing it. Matter of
think
fact,
I started it.
sometimes I think that I just gave you a star just so I had one to take
Just
away.
so you had
Not
one
that
to
I'm a
take away
stranger of taking away stars you don't even have. I'll put this motherfucker in the hole.
Look what
and
I
be
do
the
with it.
best. Yes, exactly. Look what you fucking do
Break
with it.
the
And then you
microphones.
wonder why I take stars away from you. I owe you a star. I owe you not a goddamn thing, my man.
I think
not
that's
a
your rock,
damn
paper,
thing.
scissors for it.
And ain't no Rochambeau in this motherfucker. He ain't even worthy of that. That means that I actually give a shit about what he needs, wants, or anything like that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Now he's getting phone calls.
Oh, Jesus.
Next time you get one, you're putting him on speaker and we're talking to him. Just letting you know.
That was a text message.
Get off that text message because it's time for the underground music
We
news
gonna prank call him.
with the dirt bag, Mr.
right,
Nekestro.
dirtbag.
You ready, bud?
Yep.
And here we go.
All right.
Like to hit?
all right.
Here you go.
Here you go.
Oh, I did want to bring something up that's not necessarily underground news, but
Go
I
ahead.
was listening to the radio and I heard a Sex Pistols song in a car dealership commercial,
Yeah.
and that shit kind of bothered me.
Everything bothers you.
A dude from Onyx died a long time ago.
Ooh.
Jim Brewer canceled a show at the Gathering. Klaus from American Dad referenced the Juggalo shit. I didn't see the episode, so I can't really talk about it.
Is this a new episode?
Yeah.
People still talk about that stupid shit?
Yep.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Coming up in July, I will be at the Gathering broadcasting. It won't be live,
shit.
but we'll be recording some shit. I'm gonna take some equipment, try to find some artists, non-Juggalo artists. Now, if there's some really dope Juggalo artists, I'll do it. But if they're artists and they portray themselves as Juggalos, I'm willing to bet they're not dope. If they don't have their own shit, I guess is what I'm trying to
Yeah,
say
you can
about
play
that.
off somebody else's fucking gimmick.
Now, you could be a Juggalo and an artist and have some badass shit, but it means you're not riding the fucking nutbag of ICP or Twisted or anybody else.
Yeah.
But most of those guys that twist their fucking hair up and do all that shit, they're just trying to be perceived as a Juggalo, and they think that they can, automatically sign a record deal with Psychopathic Records, which, for the record, you never want to do.
Yeah,
If you sign any type of a fucking record deal, you're an idiot.
we've seen
Represent yourself.
how they treat their people.
Mm-hmm.
This was interesting. A rapper by the name of OG Man Man. Never heard of the asshole, but he was murdered.
Dude, OG Man Man?
That's your shit, huh? I forgot.
You got it.
He's dead as fuck now. He was murdered after he released a diss video for a song called Truth. And
Well,
the
guess
video,
what? Fuck him, he's dead.
The video for the song was shot.
Wait,
at
your whole thing was
a
fuck 'em,
rival's-
they're dead, and now
Yeah,
you're talking
fuck 'em.
about dead people.
Because this is fucking interesting, man.
Okay, go ahead.
The dude fucking made a diss music video at a fucking rival gang member's grave site, talking shit, talking about I'm finna fill the rest of these plots up too with your homeboys. And then the next day he was
He
dead.
got murked. Got
So
murked.
that didn't work out
Like
very well
the
for him.
day after the video was released?
Yeah,
It was dropped. Murked.
It would have been some bitch shit, but he should have been smart enough to release it and leave, or leave and release it. You can release shit on time schedule, you know what I'm saying? And being like Cambodia or some shit, you know what I mean? He could have been the biggest rapper in Cambodia, never got shot. Just
Hell
putting
no.
that out there.
Does it say where he was at? Like where?
DC.
In DC.
Yeah, well, it's between New Orleans, DC, and Detroit. They go back and forth for that shit. It's almost like they're trying to be the murder capital. And then when New Orleans takes it over, DC's like, I ain't having it. And then Detroit's like, we ain't even got anybody here anymore. We're still going to figure it out. People are leaving Detroit in like mass numbers. It's like a mass exodus. And they're still somehow pulling Murder of the Capital of the World every now and then.
Well, you got people that go to Detroit though, like street kids and shit, because there's a lot of places to flop out there.
Here's what's fucked up. So murder, it's usually per capita, right? So they if this city has this many people and this many people are dying,
they're dying.
they kind of they round it off or whatever and use percentages.
Yeah.
Well, we keep hearing about all this gun violence, like 300 people dying a day or whatever by gun violence in Chicago, and these are real numbers. Like, there was like one day this year where like 250 something people died from gun violence in Chicago, all separate incidents. I mean, there might have been one or two together at one point, but a lot of them were separate instances. But somehow, DC and Detroit, New Orleans, they're still hanging rank. You know what I'm saying?
More people.
They're killing that many people a day in Chi-Town. And Detroit, DC, and New Orleans is like, we got you, homie.
Yeah, Cali.
Them motherfuckers like,
a little bit.
Them gang members like, all right, guys, we're going to put some overtime in.
Yeah. They call a meeting.
Chicago think they know what's up. We got to go out here and handle some business. So, next time you do your drive-by, make sure there's some children and everything else in the way.
Yeah.
That's not right. That's what happens.
Draymond Green, who's a basketball guy, was suspended
for hitting LeBron in the nuts.
For hitting dude in the nuts.
Yeah.
The Game's releasing a new album on the 17th. An associate of Jay-Z, former business partner El Monstro, just copped to 9 murders and 10 attempted murders. And is facing life in New York prison for
keep it on
admitting
wax, fellas.
his involvement.
Keep it on wax.
Snoop Dogg just released a single from his first upcoming album in 5 years called Kool-Aid.
Hey, can I ask you something? Did y'all hear that? He just copped 9 murders and 10 attempted murders and only got 9 years.
No, he's facing life.
Oh, I thought you said he got 9 years. I was like,
no,
what?
if I did say that, I didn't mean to.
9 life sentences, maybe. Concurrent.
I was like, what's 9 years? He got 9 murders and 10 attempted. What happened?
He's got a chance. I'm just saying, he's got a chance of getting out.
I don't know. He already said too much, I think.
Pirate some fucking music, though. Shit. I should put that in the same level.
There's a band, Threat Signal. They're also dropping their first album in 5 years. Metallica finished recording a new album. It's slated to release later this year. Stone Sour. I don't care about them either, but they're hitting the studio in 2017.
Who is?
Stone Sour. But one that is called Dying Fetus just finished up an album. The Fetus That Just Won't Die.
The Fetus.
Is that the name of the album?
No, they're just an old ass band that won't stop making music.
No,
that should be the name of the album.
No, I thought the name of the album was The Fetus That Just Won't Die.
No,
I mean, it's kind of redundant.
Dead fetus, the fetus that won't die.
The fetus that won't die.
That'd be the undying fetus.
The undead fetus.
Yeah.
Dude, this is no shit. One time when I was younger, I was like writing a song, and it was after I had met Nekestro, and it was based on, because if I'm not mistaken, at one point, one of Nekestro's first stage names, Nekestro was, wasn't it like something fetus or something like that? Wasn't it like unborn?
I had a screen name that was Fetus Eater. Oh, Stillborn.
Stillborn.
That's still one of my names.
Yeah, that's my point though. Like you used to have a stage name, Stillborn, right?
I still do. Yeah.
And like I was writing a song one time, and I ended up scrapping it because it just got. And it's hard to write songs like this without getting over the top cheesy. And it was basically about like a baby. Like I was like pretending to be this dude that survived a coat hanger abortion. Like not just like like a dude like I'm gonna take care of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was portraying the baby that did it. Like still had the coat hanger in the head and shit. Like, but survived. And it was like going back to get revenge for the motherfuckers that. I mean, it was a little handicapped and shit. You know what I mean?
Take my strong hand.
Yeah, take my strong hand. Exactly. It's legit. There was a point.
I mean, I can see this guy.
There was a point. There was a point in my life where I would write songs about this shit. Is my point on some shitty Fruity Loops beat that I made, probably using Kool-Aid.
I've written some very terrible songs. I don't mean terrible as in they sucked, which they did, but I mean terrible as in content, like.
No, absolutely.
Shit that is just bad things.
Dude, we had a hook one time. This is no bullshit, man. Now listen, you judge all you want, but we had a hook one time. Do it, Alex.
Oh man.
Come on, dude.
Was it? Are you which hook? You talking about Follow Me?
Yeah. This shit was like, I can see follow me.
Hey, that was a long night though.
Hey, the funny thing is, we had this really, really silly hook that we never even finished the song for. I don't think we finished the Follow Me song either. But the funny thing is, we decided to scrap it because we thought the hook was just too fucking ridiculous. And then this is no bullshit. One of the Violent J from ICP put out a solo album, and he had a hook that was fucking bit right out of it. It was the exact same thing, dude. The same melody, the same beat, everything. That shit was obviously not good enough for us. Which is another reason.
No, but if you were
which is another reason why
like,
you probably
I always
shouldn't
say
make
that.
juggalo music if you're out there making music.
I always say that. I'm like, man, if I like listening to local music. Like I like producing and like making mine, but I like producing other people's music because of that point. It's like, man, like if you had any kind of following, like this song would probably be dope. Like it's already a dope song, but like it's local music. So anybody go, oh, I'm a local artist. Listen to my song and go, oh, there's a million artists. So why? But
that's the way it works.
If ICP puts out the same hook, it's like, oh, that's the best hook ever. Like I'm like, that's dope. Like that's so good. I'm like, oh,
right. Well, it's definitely it's scene based for sure, man. Like I mean, that goes for anything. So, for example, like, well, no, I guess ICP kind of does have an edge on stuff like that, and that's because they could come out with this silly ass hook about, Fago and doing windmills, cutting themselves open, doing windmills in pits, shit like that, and the Juggalos are like, oh, that's awesome, blah blah blah. But then they could come out with this straight up hood, fucking dope ass crunk. Fucking hip hop, true hip hop shit, and the Juggalos are gonna act exactly the same. You know what I'm saying?
It's because of who they are.
Because I remember, what was it? What album was it where they did? They went through like this different genres. Was that Bizarre or was that? No. I think that might have been on Jekyll Brothers, wasn't it?
Bizarre.
Was that Bizarre? Where they did the crunk and all that,
yeah.
and when they did
Radio
the
play,
and they did it really fucking good.
It was dope.
It was like they could do any of these other genres, but they choose to be clowns, which is fine because that's obviously
that's what they want to do.
I'm gonna tell you right now, there's definitely artists, hip hop and rap artists out there that have made way more money, have been way more commercial, but nobody's ever sustained a following like these guys have, and it's because they're basically appeasing, It's I guess the best way to explain this, it's sort of like when you meet
they've been around so long they had to change their music up to appeal to a younger generation.
No, they definitely did that. Well, I mean, and they develop, and over time they're going to get better. They're going to refine their craft, whether they like it or not. They're going to change. That's just going to happen. That happens with age.
Go with music
but a good way to explain that is if you look at like a really conservative, like you meet a guy that's like super conservative, voting for Trump, blah blah blah, right on the street. And he's in the same fucking tax bracket you are, but yet he supports rich people robbing him. It makes no sense to me whatsoever, but it fucking happens, right? And then, and he's beating up. He's like, these fucking liberals and all their free shit and blah, blah, blah. But no, dude, you're the class that they're aiming at. They're trying to help you. You're the class that they're trying to build up so that way we're not just super, super rich and poor as fuck. Because that's pretty much what we're turning into right now, right?
It's like a paycheck to paycheck.
And everybody's like, man, all that not capitalist, but all that socialist Marxism bullshit. We're fucking might as well be Russia. Well, if this shit continues the way it does under your style of capitalism, we will be Russia in no time. Well, it's the same way with music. You know what I'm saying? As far as, so instead of them being poor guys that went out and just tried to get rich kids' attention, they went right to the kids that they knew how to be, which was poor kids. And they didn't try to put on a bunch of bling and represent shit that they weren't. They were just like, we're scrubby. They call themselves scrubby. That's like one of their biggest things. They're scrubby. And the scrubs fucking, and there's a shitload of those.
I'm gonna get a scrub life tattoo instead of thug life.
Scrub life, absolutely. But they attach to them like fucking leeches, like moths to a flame, man. You know what I mean? And that's because they were putting out shit they wanted to hear.
Yeah.
Just like, I don't know if you ever remember this growing up. You would see a cat that he was like in the metal and blah blah blah. But then he started serving, right? He started fucking street farming, started doing drugs, whatever. And then next thing you know, 5-6 months down the road, this dude's all iced out and listens to hip hop. Why does that happen? Why? Because there's only one style of music that really talks about that lifestyle, and that's what he attached to.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Yep. And that's what makes ICP brilliant. You know what I mean? Is that they stayed true to what the fuck it was that they did and who they were. And all the kids that, and you feel that as a fan, whatever. And you can say whatever you want about the Juggalos, and you can say whatever you want about fans of any band, the Grateful Dead and the Deadheads, and what is it, the Maggots for Slipknot, stuff like that. Same type of stuff, you know what I mean? You're appealing to an audience, and you're not changing who you are or what you are to try to get this broader crowd. Because when you change who you are and you change what you are to appease this broader crowd, that's when you only get 15 minutes. Because as soon as they're done with you, they're gonna throw you away.
Yep.
But these cats, they you stayed yourself and they clung to you because you are them essentially. They never go away.
I definitely feel that. I feel like they attach like you can change your music style up, like you said, they did different genres, but it was still dope because they kept the point they wanted to go across.
Right? Yeah. It was still them.
Yeah, it was them. But but that's how like when people say, "Oh, you change the music," like. That's how you change. You can change the music, you can change the way the rhythm and everything else goes, but as long as you stay yourself and say what you want to say and get your point across that you want to put your point across, people listen.
No, absolutely. And the funny thing is when people talk about that and they talk about, man, the band changed, they're not the same as they used to be. No, because they have money now. Yeah, they really don't have they don't have the struggle they once did. So how the fuck can they reflect struggle anymore?
Like most bands are better when they're poor.
Right, exactly. I mean, that's just the way
I don't
it
know
is.
if it's because I'm poor, but
Korn's a really good example of that. I mean, this band invented what is now called nu metal, and there's a shitload of clones now. There's tons of them. And dude, when that first self-titled album came out with that, "Oh, are you ready?" Dude, that shit was dope. It sounded horrible. It was mixed. I mean,
the whole
studio
album was pretty,
but the songs were great.
Yeah.
And that's my point. You can make good music. Quality doesn't matter. People are going to like it. And you can make shitty music. Quality doesn't matter. People aren't going to like it. There's no amount of Pro Tools or Ozone or any other type of fucking program that's going to make you sound better if you're a shitty artist.
Yeah, if you can't put a song together, then no type of production is
and
dope.
In that manner is why ICP is somewhat the anomaly to this, is because they did put out shit and people still clung to it. You know what I mean?
I didn't.
So that's not true, lying motherfucker.
I believe you probably stopped clinging to it after a while.
Oh no, that happens. So you can't be.
Yeah, I'm butthurt at them.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah. That's just because
they started sucking.
Yeah, well, they started sucking, and then they started treating everybody that helped them come up like shit. But that's fucking neither here or there. That's just industry shit. It doesn't matter what you do for a living, and when you're in business with somebody, eventually shit goes sour. That's just the way it is. You know what I mean? That's just the way it is. It's the way it's always going to be.
I still think they sold out vinyl when they got here.
No, they didn't sell it out. We were there.
No,
they could. They probably could have got 400 or 500. Well, at least 120 more people in that building.
There was quite a few people.
No. I mean, it was a big show. Don't get me wrong, but that's the smallest venue I've ever seen them in. I've never seen them in a venue smaller than that.
I think when Twisted came, they outdid them.
Oh yeah, Twisted had way more people.
Because there was a lot of people.
And that's because we opened up for them.
But at the same time, though, they had. I mean, it wasn't just there was other. POD was there too. And fucking
oh, that's right. POD
DJ
was
Paul
there.
was there. Like they were like the smallest people on the bill. You know what I mean?
I never listened to POD, because they're kind of like Christian-y, blah blah blah, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I realized something about them that night, which I meant to bring this up and we never did. Those dudes have like a few radio songs that they use to make money, but they're actually really fucking. They're kind of hard. But they have like a few like pussy ass radio songs, and that's smart. Like they make a hard ass album. Like they've got some metal hardcore type shit, and then they put out like just one or two soft ass songs on that album to get on the radio, and that's what sustains them as a band.
I mean,
no, you don't have to do that.
You don't have to do it, but I mean,
no, in today's time you do, but you shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to do that.
Yeah, but who hasn't?
No, there's a lot of bands that haven't.
But are they like,
that are still absolutely relevant? Listen, the door narrows. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I mean? The more you get towards the door of success, the more people are going to be trying to, you know what I mean? It might just be you when you're looking at the door from 20 feet away, but by the time you walk up to that door, there's going to be 18 motherfuckers trying to get through it too. You understand what I'm saying?
You
but there's a few people that make it through that door unscathed, and they stay the same.
I'm still trying to think of one.
I mean, DSI.
They
could sell out any venue in this town.
Yeah, but
right
what
now.
I'm asking is like, what band do you know that goes hard?
No Effects.
And then
they can sell out any venue right now.
Have a
No Effects,
soft song.
No Effects is No Effects has all kinds of weird shit, but No Effects is one band in particular that not only have they not needed mainstream media sources to maintain themselves, but they've done it specifically by asking them not to spin them. They've got a song called Please. It's called Play the Song on the Radio. And it starts out like making fun of motherfuckers. At the end, it's like, you know, please don't play this song, or it's like you can't play the song on the radio because they cuss to it or whatever. But like they've repeatedly told MTV, don't play our videos, and they've told radio, don't play our music. We do not want you fucking doing that shit. And they've got more longevity than any other punk band in the history. Now you've got a long line of
one of the most successful labels too.
Right, exactly. And then in which there's not such thing as unless you're a bigger one that's has a few of those punk bands, you know what I mean? Like those bands, like even Fat Records, was there Nitro Records, which is owned by the guys from Offspring,
Hellcat,
Epitaph. All of those are struggling now. They're all struggling because music's dead. The only way to make music anymore, or the way to make money anymore in music, is to tour and to sell merchandise. That's it. There's no money in CD sales anymore because if somebody really wants your music, they're not gonna fucking pay for it. Which is fine to me. I'm okay with that. That's just the evolution of music. Music should always be free anyway. It's the actual act of fucking, you know what I mean? I think you put out a dope album and you put it out and it shouldn't be charged. Everybody should have access to it. And then if you're good, people will fucking pay to see you and they'll pay for your merchandise because they like you.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying?
Definitely.
I think the act of putting out music shouldn't cost anybody anything. Because to me, that's just you trying to break into something. And I don't care if you're already established. Nobody's going to see you tour on the same album for 20 years. So you got to make new music to stay in that. Stay relevant. Yeah. And that's just the way I feel about it.
Definitely a point there.
You know what I mean? I mean, I ain't going to lie to you. There are, once again, there's probably one or two bands that I would fucking just watch tour constantly on just one album. You know what I mean? But that, like I said, that door narrows. Not that many people are going to make it through that door.
Not that many people up there.
You know what I mean? And some of those that nobody else would feel the same way. But that's the other beauty about music is it's all in the eye of the beholder. Nice. All right, on that note, we're going to go ahead and cut out of here. I want to thank my man right here, Mr. Rello. Thank you, my man, for coming on once again. My homeboy Nekestro. Hey guys, listen, thanks for hitting up the live chat. Thanks for getting involved. Don't forget to click an ad. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. What else is there? There's something else. I feel like I'm...
Yeah, there's usually something you do.
Yeah, there's something that I do, isn't there?
You used to do that damn tip shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do the tip of the week anymore. People don't listen. What the fuck's the point? You know what I mean? Every tip that I've ever given, like I've sat and watched people still doing it. So even people that's like, that was a good idea. Oh, you don't fucking listen to shit.
I listen, bro.
You don't listen to anything either.
All
right, guys, we're going to jump out of here once again. Thank my feature artist of the week, Mr. Rello from Fatboy Swagg. If you want more information on them, you can hit up PimpyCast.com and check out the featured artist section. Matter of fact, he'll be up right now on the artist of the week. It'll have all their web links, shit like that. Coming up next week, we got Meddler, I guess kind of a pop punk alternative band out of Mobile, Alabama. So we got them coming in, so that's going to be really dope. You guys have been watching the PimpyCast right here at the PimpyK Multiverse Network. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Stop.
Make sure you tune in Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for the PimpyCast Live. PimpyCast. Tune in Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for the PimpyCast Live. It happens on your PMVN radio network right here at PimpyK.com.